evening, everybody. First of all, I apologize for the delay. We had some business to talk about before we came on stage. Stand for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Board President, I advise members of the audience that they may address the board regarding agenda items after superintendent's report. Only those members whose names and addresses are listed on the sign-in sheet available prior to the start of the meeting will be recognized during new business. The chairperson will limit discussions of any item by the public to 3 minutes in order for the board to expeditiously conduct its business. Mr. Mantle.
Thank you, Mr. Rule, and good evening, everyone. I'm pleased to share that our concert season is officially underway, and it's great to see our student groups performing and sharing their talents. Please stop in if you can, and Karen Square message went out with all the information as far as dates, times, and the live stream links. So please join us. At this time, we have a treat in store for us. I'm going to turn the mic over to Mrs. Affelt and the drum key. No?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I'm sorry. Okay, hi, thank you so much. I'm really excited to present this production of A Christmas Carol to everybody next week. The performances are Friday, December 12th at 7 o'clock, Saturday the 13th at 2 p.m. Both are in the East Islip High School auditorium, and this show itself is very special because it is East Islip's own exclusive version of A Christmas Carol. So there are many, many different versions of this. There's a bunch of different movies, different stage plays, and this one is unique for us at East Islip because it is told from the viewpoint of Fan, who is Scrooge's departed sister. So it's a very unique retelling of the show. It is again exclusive to East Islip, and this is the first anniversary production. We perform it once every 4 years, so that every student who attends East Islip High School will have an opportunity to be a part of this show. So very excited to bring it back for the first anniversary production. And we put together a little mashup, if you will, of the very beginning of Act 1 and the very end of Act 1. So we're going to start with a shorter version of Fan's opening monologue, and we'll conclude with the scene at the end of Act 1, which takes place in the Cratchit family home. So I'd like to introduce all of our student actors to you. Our Fan, who is going to start things off, is Junior Lauren Winiarski. Our Bob Cratchit, Senior Anderson Ross. And our Mrs. Cratchit, Junior Liv Labella. Martha Cratchit, Senior Ava Gonzalez. Freshman Beckett Affelt. And we have Belinda Cratchit, played by Savannah Murray, Senior. Abigail Cratchit, Junior Alicia Rios. Eric Cratchit, Sophomore Leah Champy. And our Tim, Freshman Damian Cosgrove. Our own Ebenezer Scrooge making his first ever theatrical debut, Senior Josue Murillo. And the Ghost of Christmas Present, Junior Juliana Giancastro. And I would also like to publicly acknowledge my student assistant to the director, Sienna Graver. She's a junior. We hope you enjoy this little mashup of the beginning and end of Act 1 of our show, and we hope to see you there next Friday, the 12th at 7 p.m. and Saturday at 2.
Marley was dead to begin with. There was no doubt whatever about that. Dead as a doornail. Although, I don't mean to say that I know, of my own knowledge, what there is particularly dead about a doornail. I might have been inclined myself to regard a coffin nail as the deadest piece of ironmongery in the trade. But the wisdom of our ancestors is in the simile, and my unhallowed hand shall not disturb it, or the country's done for. You will therefore permit me to repeat, emphatically, that Marley was as dead as a doornail. The register of his burial was signed by the clergyman, the clerk, the undertaker, and the sole mourner, his partner, my brother, Ebenezer Scrooge. Oh, Scrooge, my dear brother, how I wish he could have come to this miraculous transformation sooner in his hard and bitter life. Oh yes, my brother Scrooge was a wrenching, grasping, covetous old sinner, hard and sharp as flint, secret and self-contained, and solitary as an oyster. The cold within him froze his old features and spoke out shrewdly in his grating voice. He carried his own low temperature always about with him. External heat and cold had little influence on Scrooge. No warmth could warm, nor wintry weather chill him. No wind that blew was bitterer than he. Nobody ever stopped him in the street to converse, no beggars installed him to atone for a trifle. Even the blind man's dogs appeared to know him, and when they saw him coming on, would tug their owners along down the street. But what did my brother care? It was the very thing he liked. To edge his way along the crowded paths of life, wanting all human sympathy to keep its distance. His counting house was kept ice cold, even in the dog days, and he didn't thaw 1 degree at Christmas. Christmas? The start of our story, Christmas Eve, in fact. The air of anticipation alive in young and old alike. Most exuberantly in my brother's most so loyal employee, Bob Cratchit. There is much that happens in our story before the scene that you are about to see, but for now, we will journey inside the Cratchit home on this auspicious Christmas Eve.
And how did Littleton behave?
As good as gold, and better. Somehow, he still gets thoughtful, sitting alone by himself, and he thinks the strangest things.
What then?
He told me, coming home, that he hoped that the people in the church saw him, because he was a cripple, as it could help them remember on Christmas Day who made lame beggars walk and blind men see.
Bless him.
I think, my dear, I think our team is growing stronger, and more hearty perhaps.
Yes. Perhaps he is. All right then, children. Let's see this Christmas dinner upon the table.
I've got potatoes.
I've got the turnips.
I've the plum pudding. And the main course. The goose, the goose.
I dare say, Mrs. Cratchit, I do regard this as your greatest success since our marriage.
Goodness, Bob.
And now, a toast to Mr. Scrooge, the founder of the feast.
Oh, the founder of the feast indeed. I wish I had him here. I'd give him a piece of my mind to feast upon and hope he'd have a good appetite for it.
My dear, the children, it's Christmas Day.
It should be Christmas Day, I am sure, on which one drinks the health of such an odious, stingy, hard, unfeeling man as Mr. Scrooge. You know he is, Bob. Nobody knows it better than you do.
My dear, Christmas Day.
Fine. I'll drink his health for your sake. And the day's sake, but not for his. To Mr. Scrooge, long life to him. A Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I have no doubt he'll be very merry and very happy.
To Mr. Scrooge!
Mr. Scrooge. Mr. Scrooge. Mr. Scrooge. Mr. Scrooge. Mr. Scrooge. Mr. Scrooge.
Merry Christmas to us all, my dears. God bless us.
God bless us, everyone.
God bless us.
Spirit, I pray. Tell me, what awaits this sickly young lad?
I see a vacant seat in a poor chimney corner, and a cot by an owner, carefully reserved. If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, the child will die.
No. Oh no, kind spirit. Say he will be spared.
If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, none other of my race will find him here. What then if he be like to die? He better do it and increase the surplus population.
Spirit, use my own words against me.
Yes, so perhaps now you will hold your tongue until you discover what the surplus population is and where it is. Will you decide what men shall live, what men shall die? It may be that in sight of heaven, you are more worthless and less fit to live than millions like this poor man's child.
Come, come now, everyone. Let's have us a song.
No, I don't want to sing anymore. No more singing, please. No more.
Again.
No one give us a song?
I saw 3 ships come sailing in on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. I saw 3 ships come sailing in on Christmas Day in the morning. And what was in those ships, all 3 on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day? And what was in those ships, all 3 on Christmas Day in the morning? Our Savior Christ and His Lady on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. Our Savior Christ and His Lady on Christmas Day in the morning. And all the bells on earth shall ring on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. And all the bells on earth shall ring on Christmas Day in the morning. And all the angels in heaven shall sing on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. And all the angels in heaven shall sing on Christmas Day in the morning. And all the souls on earth shall sing on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. And all the souls on earth shall sing on Christmas Day in the morning, on Christmas Day in the morning.
Thank you, Mrs. Apple, and our drama club. We're excited and looking forward to seeing the show. Please come on and support.
Thank you, everybody.
At this time, I'd like to invite Mrs. Simone and Mrs. Petro up to the podium to introduce our Red Ribbon Week winners.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kaylee Carberry, and I am the president of the SAD Club. I'm here today with our 2 advisors, Ms. Simone and Ms. Rapicco, and the members of the SAD Club. As a club, we went to the elementary schools, RCK and JFK, explaining what our club does and the meaning of Red Ribbon. Let me tell you as well. SAD stands for Students Against Destructive Decisions, meaning not doing drugs, not drinking and driving, and just listening to our parents and teachers. One kid even said, a destructive decision is not listening to our parents and teachers, which is absolutely true. SAD is about helping our peers and younger students to make good choices in life. Red Ribbon Week shares the importance of living a drug-free life. It began in response to the murder of DEA agent Enrique Camarena. Parents and youth and communities across the country began wearing a red ribbon as a symbol of their commitment to raise awareness of the killing and destruction caused by drugs. The Red Ribbon campaign began in 1985 in California. Red Ribbon has touched the lives of millions of people around the world and is remembered everywhere today. To honor Red Ribbon Week, we asked our 5th grader students to create a red ribbon for our contest. The contest was between all 5th graders. We asked them to color a red ribbon on the paper, however they would like, and to add a quote to show not only what they learned from our presentations, but also, most importantly, to tell people not to make destructive decisions. We picked one winner from each school. Our winner from JFK, we have Antonia Ilana Palazas. Would you come up here, please? Okay. Could you read your quote for us if you want to? Just one of them. I know there's many.
Be kind. It will always come back to you.
Perfect. Do you want to stay up here? Congratulations, okay? Then from RCK, we have Sophia Ayala. Do you want to read your quote?
Be an upstander, not a bystander.
Perfect, congratulations. Thank you both for demonstrating our message. Think before you act and don't make destructive decisions. They both were so creative and demonstrated what Ribbon is all about. Congratulations, guys. Thank you, everyone, and thank you for the board for having us today. We're gonna have you guys in the middle. Do you want to step on EI? Perfect. Good job, guys.
Come on, guys, come on.
Come here. Come on this side. Make it even. Come here. Keep forward. Keep forward. Keep forward. Keep forward. That's perfect. Yeah. Perfect. Can I bring this in?
Thank you, Mrs. Rapenko and Mrs. Simone, for the nice presentation, and congratulations to our members. At this time, I'd like to ask Dr. Stanton to come up for his presentation tonight.
Good evening. I'm privileged tonight to present to the Board of Education and the community the Comprehensive School Counseling Plan. This plan, while targets school counselors, I want to preface my presentation with the school social workers as well as school psychologists create what's known as the family that brings everybody together as far as social emotional learning here in the district. This unified approach to supporting student development across grade levels has three interrelated domains: academic, career, and personal social development. So what is the role of a school counselor? School counselors promote and enhance student learning through those three areas that we just discussed. And counselors utilize multiple delivery methods: classroom instruction, small group support, individual counseling, and participate in school-wide initiatives. If we start at the elementary level, our elementary counselors have a monthly classroom rotation. They start with corporate character, a monthly recognition, and classroom lesson program, and I put a couple up there for you. They surface in kindness, respect, responsibility, honesty, self-control, and gratitude, as well as going into the classrooms as if there's any situation specific to that classroom to teach about kindness, should they need to be a refresher. Some of the large reaching programs that we do at the elementary level is PS I Love You Day, Empathy and Friendship Building, Growth Mindset Development, and School Safety Education. In addition, we participate in Erin's Law curriculum, which has age-appropriate safety lessons for identifying trusted adults and reporting any uncomfortable situations, which they do with the school social workers. As far as our student support groups, we call those our circle of friends. So those are groups of students that perhaps are facing similar situations, such as divorce or any family change or grief support, and we get all those students together in a group to show that they're not alone, and they have some targeted counseling there together during the lunch periods. Also, 2 years ago, we started a career readiness program in the elementary level. So we have in each grade level a different kind of theme that goes through, as well as having in 2nd grade and 5th grade, we have outside adults come in to do our career fairs so students can get exposure to those careers at a young age. We found that, that gets them really excited to get to the middle school and start learning about all the things that they can possibly do with their lives. Shifting to middle school is the transitional period. Students have to transition from 5th grade into 6th grade, and then once again from 8th grade into 9th grade. So that's kind of our theme in middle school. I've put up some of our core program components there, as far as the different things that we do as far as our SEL support services. We're trying to really target the whole child and get them ready for entry and then exiting into the high school. In addition to that, we have career readiness at the middle level as well. Our counselors are partnered up with our family consumer science teachers as well as our social studies teachers. So in all 3 grade levels, we have career readiness education. And I put up some of the skills that they cover in there, as well as searching out different jobs. Moving into high school, as far as we kind of broke this up 9th, 10th grade, and then 11th and 12th grade. When we look here at some of the things that we're looking at in 9th grade, of course, we have the transition into high school. Counselors will sit with students to develop a 4-year plan. They'll do a variety of curriculum presentations. Our counselors also have a meeting with each of our students all 4 years, beginning of the year, middle of the year, and end of the year, just to make sure that they're going through that 4-year plan to make sure that everyone's on target. Our focus in 9th and 10th grade is preparation, obviously, for rounding out their schedules to make sure that they get exposure to those things they're interested in post-high school. In 11th grade, we're getting ready for post-secondary education. So we're exposing them not only to college application process, we're looking at now, well not now, but of course, as always, we have them looking at military service, as well as the potential for entering the job market through things like COPEG School for Electric, as well as possible participation in HVAC. In addition to that, we're really focusing now on the PSAT and getting students ready for the best score possible in order to get into the best college possible. And then in 12th grade, we have a complete program getting everyone ready for post-secondary education. And what we're looking at there, of course, is the college application process and college fairs, and we're focusing in on making sure that our students are exposed and ready to go when it comes to getting the skills necessary to move on. All 4 years, we have a daily SEL and academic support in place for our students, as well as various ways that students can learn about all the post-secondary experiences. And we try to have our counselors drive the students into the different pathways, by creating that 4-year program early on, starting in 8th grade, and then moving all the way through into their graduation. New York State released a portion of the graduate late last year, and then updated it at the beginning of this year. So I'm happy to say when we meet at the end of the year, we've already started the work of looking at the comprehensive school counseling program and starting to align the different services that we have to that actual portion of the graduate. So I'm happy that will become part of the plan, hopefully at the end of this year when we all meet. And next year I can come back and I can share all that with you again. The last slide here, there's a link that takes you to the actual plan. It's 60 pages, so if you need some light reading tonight, no problem. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer.
Thank you, Dr. Stanton.
Yeah, thank you.
Good. Thank you, Dr. Stanton.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
That's all I have, Mr. Lynn.
Thank you, Mr. Manzo. Board of Education student members report to the board. Ms. May?
Yes, so good evening, everyone. This month, we're hosting our Stuff for School event through December 12th, where clubs are donating various items to support individuals and families in need. We have also planned our Holiday Spirit Week, which will take place the last full week leading up to the winter break. As seen with their lovely performance, we're excited for our Drama Club, A Christmas Carol, taking place next Friday and Saturday, December 12th and December 13th. We encourage everyone to come out and support our cast, crew, and the entire theater program. On behalf of the student body, we wish everyone a safe, restful, and happy holiday season. That concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you. Public comments of agenda items only. We'll move on. Certified personnel. Be it resolved that upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, the Board of Education hereby approves of resignations, terminations, leaves of absence, position abolitions, employment appointments, tenure appointments, and salary changes in accordance with applicable provisions of education law and civil service law as cited in the certified personnel attachments. Can I have a motion?
Motion.
Second. All in favor? Aye. Dr. O'Rourke?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Ruland. As you may have noticed on tonight's certified personnel agenda, we have 2 elementary teachers who the board has accepted their resignation for purposes of retirement. We'd like to congratulate Mrs. Carolyn Hummel from the middle school, and also, if I could please ask Mr. Dennis Clancy to stand up, be recognized. Dennis. Congratulations. Dennis has been an elementary school teacher here in the district. He was at Timber Point, is currently at RCK. He has touched the lives of so many students throughout the year. Dennis, thank you for your service. I know you have one last dramatic performance coming up at RCK, so we're all going to get there to see that because we know your performances have always been outstanding. Congratulations. We wish you the best of health and happiness in your future endeavors. Congrats.
Thank you, Mr. Clancy. Non-certified personnel. Be it resolved that upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, the Board of Education hereby approves of resignations, terminations, leaves of absence, position abolitions, employment appointments, tenure appointments, and salary changes in accordance with the applicable provisions of education law and the civil service law as cited in the non-certified personnel attachments. Can I have a motion?
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Sorry about that. Personnel action. It is hereby resolved pursuant to the Education Law, Section 913, that a tenured employee whose identity is known to the Board of Education is hereby directed to report for a medical examination in order to determine the capacity of such person to perform said employee's duties with the East Islip Union Free School District. The examination will be conducted by Dr. Randall Solomon at his office located at 55 Wisconsin Highway, Port Jefferson Station, New York, 11776 on February 23rd, 2026 at 9:30 a.m. and or any subsequent days that Dr. Solomon may require. Can I have a motion?
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Items to be removed from the consent agenda. Does anybody on the board need any items removed? Okay, 9.1, consent agenda item numbers 9.2 to 9.11. Be it resolved that upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, the Board of Education hereby approves consent agenda items 9.2 to 9.11 in accordance with the action presented for each item. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
A second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, 10.1, donation for the JFK Elementary School. Be it resolved that upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, the Board of Education hereby accepts a donation from Mission B to the JFK Elementary School. This donation consists of books and various school supplies as per the attached list that will be used by staff and students. Can I have a motion?
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you for that donation. Donation from the EJ Autism Foundation. Be it resolved that upon the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, the Board of Education hereby accepts a donation of 2 iPads from the EJ Autism Foundation to Timber Point Elementary School. These iPads will be utilized by students in the 811 classes at Timber Point Elementary School. Can I get a motion?
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Donation from SEPTO. Be it resolved that upon the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, the Board of Education hereby accepts the donation of $1,945.48 from SEPTO. This donation will fund the attached list of teacher grants that SEPTO approved. The revenue code to be increased is 2705.000, and the budget code to be increased is 2250-533-00-0000. Can I get a motion?
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you for that donation. Appropriation changes for 2025-2026. Be it resolved that upon the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, the Board of Education hereby approves the attached list of appropriation changes for the 2025-2026 school years. Can I get a motion?
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Old business. Any old business? Okay. New business.
Good evening. Our varsity cheerleading coaches are requesting approval for the varsity cheerleading team to attend the UCA National High School Cheerleading Competition. This competition will be held in Orlando, Florida from January 28th to February 2nd of this coming school year, 2026. The competition will be held at Walt Disney World Resorts, and all the necessary paperwork have been submitted successfully.
Thank you, Dr. Bells. Any public comments? No public comments. All right. Before Mr. Zachary cuts me off, I want to wish everybody a happy holiday and a safe holiday and New Year's. I might see you around, so I'll say it again, but this is for everybody out there. Thank you.
I second it.
Oh, thank you for being here. Make sure you're here on January 8th for another great board meeting. The next Board of Education regular business meeting will be held on Thursday, January 8th, 2026 at 7 p.m.
Motion. Second.
Motion to adjourn? Okay, we're done.